nigga.
All right, so it's your favorite girl on rocks, of course, and we are about to have a bonus episode of Feed the DJ podcast, which looks a little different for you guys. So stick around. We're going to be talking about our opinions and what we all thought of the halftime show for 2025, starring Kendrick Lamar. So I've been having conversations about this all day, and I figured why not get the band together to all talk about how we feel about this work of art, in my opinion.
Why you looking at me?
I'm good. I'm just happy. I was actually for like a half a second in my head because we're the band. I was like in my mind I was like, am I John Lennon or Paul? I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. So, but what do I think of the halftime
Well,
show?
before we start, everybody will go around and everybody will just say who they are and where you can be found on social media, so that if anybody wants to continue this conversation with you, or if you guys watching, if you feel thought provoked by anyone at the table, you want to build on that with them, you can take it up with them, is what I'm saying.
She said their thoughts do not reflect the opinions of Feed the DJ.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, if you want to further the conversation about this, you should, because that's what all of this is about at the end of the day. Like, putting this creativity out there for people to take different things from it and have debates just like this, because,
Copy that.
why not?
I copy that.
Right? So let's start with you, Blur. Look at the camera. Let them know who you are and where they can find you.
I am Agent Blur. Y'all can find me on Instagram at Agent Blur, 2 R's at the end, all one word. And I am a edutainer from Staten Island. I am a self-proclaimed principal of the Staten Island High School. Yeah. So.
BMC Smooth, King of Staten Island. Follow me on all streaming platforms. BMC Smooth, all capitals. That's it. That's all.
My name is Dante. Don't find me, I'll find you.
Oh, wow.
See?
Got the gloves on.
Told you, bro.
He's in character.
This little YNs. I'm scared of him, yo.
He's YNs.
I'm scared of them. Scared of all of them.
All right. So let's just jump right into it. This is not an interview. This is literally a roundtable discussion about what we thought of
This is a bunch
yesterday's halftime
of opinionated motherfuckers.
We can also talk about the game itself. I mean, personally, for me, I didn't watch much of it, so I was really in it for the halftime show, which I absolutely loved. So
is that like a thing that like females are into now? They just prep for the halftime show?
Oh, nah, not the females.
No, I mean,
I'm the only one here to defend us.
That's not true.
Right.
Women enjoy football, so there's plenty of women that was just watching it for the game.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I know actually more women who watch football than I.
And then
don't
think
know
about
nothing
people who
football,
think about
bro.
the women who aren't Kendrick Lamar fans. Like, maybe they were just.
It
They
could
are
be just
now.
me.
They are now. Right.
It could be just me. Because almost every woman I find sexy is watching football, and they know the scores, they know the people. I don't know shit. I'm just like, word, I'm watching.
Yeah, but you like the women that can also play football too. You like the big backs,
No,
Alright,
but I do
so-
like my women athletic. So what?
shoulders.
I'll go around the room. Out of 5 stars, what are you giving the 2025 halftime show performance by Kendrick
I
Lamar?
would say his is the third greatest Super Bowl performance of all time,
Ooh.
behind Janet Jackson, Titty, and Michael Jackson.
Right.
I agree with third of greatest of all time, but it would be after the Janet Jackson Titty, but the first is still Prince Purple Rain.
I forgot about Purple Rain. Yeah, okay.
Purple
So
Rain
then,
in
no,
the rain,
so then we
dog.
just gonna bump Kendrick down to 4th, cause Prince is number 2 for me. Cause bro, Michael popped up in 4 different places. Come on now, like we know how he did it, but they ain't know how he did it.
R.I.P.
Anyway, back to Kendrick.
Yeah.
I agree with both of y'all, but it's definitely, I believe, top 5 Super Bowl performances of all time. I don't have a 4 in order right now. We all freestyling right now, but I definitely think it's top 5.
Okay.
He did his thing.
What do you think?
The question was, out of 5 stars, what would you give this
5
show?
stars?
I'm going with 4.5.
I am a big fan of education and entertainment, so I'm giving 5. I'm being honest with you, it was good.
What is 5? Like I needed a basis to arrange to understand the skill. Like what would be a 5 performance in your category?
Yeah, because I'm pretty high on my scale. I get all my top 3 have 5s.
Yeah. Beyonce,
Okay.
Rihanna.
So I would give Kendrick 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him 4 out of 5.
Okay. Okay, so we're all pretty like happy with this performance.
We're biased.
I'm not
it sounds like
biased.
we're biased.
I'm not biased at all.
Okay.
I'm
I don't
biased as fuck, but I can talk about this objectively.
Oh,
Okay.
I can too. I could do that. I could do that too.
Like there were parts of the performance that were technically not good because I couldn't hear what he was saying. You know, there were parts where he was out of breath. You know what I mean? Like, so I could talk about it objectively and point out the good and the bad.
So let's go down the line.
Well, those are the 2 things that I noticed of watching it one time.
Yeah.
I gotta watch it more. What else? As far as something that didn't necessarily go well, there was just a lot of parts where because he was doing more rapping, he had to adjust for at the Super Bowl. So I can't say the N word and I can't say this, that, and the third. So I'm sure they rehearsed that. But as an artist, when you do that, it can be confusing to us because we listen to the songs the way that you wrote them originally.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's one. A lot of his, and when all that, it came off a little confusing even to myself who understood why he was doing it. It was just like, a little sloppy at times.
That is a wonderful take, especially as a performer, definitely. And I definitely agree with that take. It was certain words that I feel like could have been changed for different words that's more appealing instead of just these words that we used. It was until he did Not Like Us, in my opinion, it was like a BET movie, like Mother Flipper, like. But then once we got to Not Like Us, we know what we came to see.
Yeah.
And he delivered on that exceptionally well.
I like the story. I like having Uncle Sam.
Fire.
Right. Like I was going back and forth with my colleagues.
At the end of the day, my thing is that everybody who was watching and wanted to see Kendrick was more about, I want to make this about a diss.
Right.
I was there for the diss.
Right.
My thing is
I was there for the funeral.
I know almost everybody's there for that, but here's my thing is that
Some were there.
here's
for
why I like
Right.
it, because Kendrick knew I can't make it about that. If we're gonna do this, let's talk about the elephant in the room. We just had Kaepernick on his knee. We just had a whole bunch of other things that has happened around the NFL and how we feel. So I'm gonna take y'all down this journey.
Right.
And again,
before we make it about the diss.
before we make it about
definitely.
this,
But
I'ma still get to that because this is for my people and this is what you want. So I'm still make it fun for y'all.
Yeah.
But y'all gotta hear what this is really about. You have to.
That's
and that's the reality.
That's what you were
of it.
schooling me on earlier. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of boxes that he checked that the average consumer don't understand. That he was doing.
Exactly.
He gave the Super Bowl halftime show rewatch value. Okay, because how many of us
Exactly.
go
There's
back
so many
and watch
things you're gonna catch every time you watch
But
it.
Rewind fun is more to fun.
With his, you can now go back and watch it over and over again. I feel like that's also other than Michael's and Prince's or Beyonce's and Rihanna's and JT and you know what I mean. Like other than those, how many Super Bowl halftime joints are we really going back and rewatching?
I mean, the real travesty is that people care about this so much that you didn't even acknowledge how trash these commercials were.
Oh my
Yo,
Oh my God,
no.
nah, he was
One
talking
of my
about this
men said
earlier.
that. He said, "I ain't laughed yet."
Like, it was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, these commercials was really trash. Like,
beyond trash.
But I feel like he appealed to the consensus of damn near everybody except the people that don't really got our pigmentation, and they might be mad at that. Like they really let him in the door, and he really taught on Black History Month. He opened up a masterclass performance, and then he got back to the hip hop culture and closed the casket on what he started earlier. He checked a lot of boxes.
My
nigga,
right.
you just. What about? It's a lot of people that don't have our pigmentation that fuck with Black History and fuck with hip hop.
Right.
Like, come on, man. Like, this is a good chance to hit on a lot of things, and like I said, I'm happy. Kendrick was what you call that. He was all right. This is the Super Bowl. We're gonna hire the one teacher who is probably going to be able to say some stuff, and he said exactly what he did, but he had to do it still as I'm a teacher hired by the system. It is what it is. I'm saying it the best way I can. I need you to catch it.
That's what I was saying. Like he put on like a master class as to even if you don't understand the grand scheme of things, he did it at a surface level where you could understand it. Samuel L. Jackson. If you don't understand that, then listen to what he's saying. If you don't understand that, look at the colors of the people that wearing the American flag. If you don't understand that, just look at the dynamic of what's going on. It's so many ways to get his point across that he's putting it to the people that if you don't get it this way, you're gonna get it that way.
And those are the loud ways. Even the minor details like.
Drop some Easter eggs for us. Like let the people know some certain things that he did that people might not know.
He started out with having a bunch of people that can't normally fit in a GNX start piling out of the GNX, right? And eventually we learned that these people would arrange the flag, but if you notice, at first it was just the blue and the red people that came out and was dancing on those white steps.
Right.
And my first thought was that Kendrick Lamar brought Bloods and Crips to the Super Bowl. Like, not even Dre did that with Snoop.
Another layer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because then you started seeing the white dancers come out and join them. You know what I'm saying? Or the dancers dressed in white. And I just thought that was profound. And even if that wasn't intentional, that's what I got. And if I got it, I know a couple of other million people might have got that as well. Like, yo, salute to the Bloods and Crips because they got their time at the Super Bowl. And the only reason I brought that up, not to highlight gang culture, but to highlight the moves that Kendrick is making to unify and you know, maybe show the positive things that come along with unity culture, not gang culture.
Right.
It's just a really dope narrative. It's just a dope narrative because if you get down to even like a lot of the beginning dances, if you pay attention, it's taking us back to slavery. They're praise dancing. It's not a lot of movement, simple hand gestures. We don't start getting into the extra dance until you start kicking it up into.
Yeah.
Not like us and you starting up with Squabble Up. That's another story. You start the whole set with Squabble Up. We about to fight.
I don't like that song.
I get it, but we know what it's about.
Yeah.
So
I rock with that. I just don't like the song.
Why don't you like the song?
This is where we start.
Because I don't like Ratchet TV, and the Ratchet TV took it and made it. Because you know, like Ratchet TV, the West Coast and all, they was like Squabble Up, Squabble Up. So Kendrick made that song, and instead of it being like a West Coast anthem, it is like a Ratchet TV anthem. So that's what all the Ratchet TV, Zeus Networkers, they use that. It's Squabble Up, Squabble. And it's just, you know, it's like an anthem for that, opposed to, you know, they say that in the West Coast. You know.
Yeah.
But that's it.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
And that's what happened.
I don't think as many people are upset by his performance as one might think. Because, yes, he did teach, but there was he did some slaps, you know, and he had SZA there, and SZA's not a teacher, she's an entertainer.
I loved all of it.
You know,
I was actually hoping that didn't happen.
all of it was very, very good. You know, y'all kept saying that, like y'all wondered. There was a commercial for it. Like, I don't know why.
Right.
I
I realized that
there.
they did. But I was just hoping it didn't happen because I wanted him to just come with just hard. Just hard.
You don't like that song, bro? The Luther Vandross sample?
It's not even that. I do love the song. I love a lot of Kendrick stuff. My thing is that I was gonna teach. I was like, cool.
He needs to breathe.
Make him listen.
There has to be a reason.
Make him listen.
Yeah.
There has to be a reason for him to slow his heart rate down and breathe and go get some water to do other shit.
I get it.
Isn't just dancers doing shit. You know what I mean?
I get it.
And him and SZA's about to go on tour, so this is just a beautiful layup.
From a performance standpoint and all that, I get all that. That's what I said. To me, I just was hoping because I wanted him to just put on a master class and rap. Dude, go ahead, do it. I don't care. This is fun.
People might have been more upset. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
There's nothing wrong
100%.
with both. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with both.
I'm not
like I'm upset he didn't do all right. But I'm okay with him not doing all right because he did the joint with SZA and he did all the stars. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I expect every time I see Kendrick, I expect to hear all right.
I want to King
every single time.
You had a GNX. They had a GNX up there. I want to hear King Kunta. So that's why.
King Kunta.
I love that.
There's a lot of records that we love that he's just not gonna do in these moments. And he started off this.
I did say that to myself when I'm like, oh, he's just doing this whole album.
Right, it was a lot of GNX on it. You know what I'm saying?
So they did get the Grammys.
But he did the GNX joints that we love, and he had Mustard there. That was good to see Mustard at the.
So I guess I'm literally the only nigga here who don't know none of these Kendrick songs y'all talking about.
Did you listen to his new album?
I didn't listen. I don't listen to Kendrick.
See, there's a difference between I didn't listen and I don't listen. So you're a hater.
No,
you're a hater. You are actively not doing something.
This took a turn.
No, that's real shit. It's not took a turn. That's fucking.
Oh, we here now.
It didn't take a turn. But if you're putting energy into avoiding something,
not avoiding, it's just not on. It's just not immediately in front of me because of my
nigga. It don't have to be immediately. Like, okay, for example, I'm not a what's his new pop star? Charlie XCX, right? I'm not a Charlie XCX fan. Like, I don't like her or dislike her, but I heard she got a new album out. As a lover of music, I gave it a listen. I only like one song out of like 22 clips or something like that, right? Okay. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to then switch up and never listen to anything off the new album and say, nah, I don't listen to Charlie XCI, that's hater energy to me.
Oh,
That's
well,
crazy.
I guess that could be perceived as that.
Because then how
for
could you even talk
but
about
it's a
how could
difference-
you so then how could
It's a
you even
difference when-
how could you have a valid opinion about someone if you don't even listen to their work?
I didn't even give my opinion on him personally. I don't listen to him because it's a difference when McDonald's is across the street and when you got to walk 2 blocks from McDonald's. I don't specifically listen to Kendrick. I'm not taking away from what he do. I just told
Then
her
why would you be a
that he
part of a
made-
Kendrick conversation?
I heard the song. I'm a lyricist.
The song.
I'm a rapper. I understand when he did the Control verse and he dissed everybody. I was a part of that because I'm a part of the rap culture. So I understand
His
Kendrick's
new album
stance.
is a rap album.
But let me hold on. Let me get my round off. Let me get my round off.
Performance.
Huh?
He was just here being opinionated about the performance.
Yeah,
But he's lost on the performance because the performance contains songs from
That GNX album.
But hold on, but this goes all to my part and my recap about the performance because me not being an immediate Kendrick fan like how you are, I'm watching the performance and I know he's gonna do They Not Like Us. So as he's doing these other songs, I'm at the edge of my seat like I'm waiting for They Not Like Us. I'm waiting for They Not Like Us,
Well,
and
I'm
I'm
glad you
learning
tuned
and
in
I'm
for
doing
that.
everything, seeing how he's putting on a masterclass, and I'm able to give him his props, even though I didn't listen to none of his albums. That's me being
Damn,
open enough.
I don't listen to none of
I said,
Kendrick's
damn,
albums.
yeah, but I'm not saying nothing that's like taboo or bad or nothing like
I
that.
didn't say you are.
Yeah, but you're definitely taken by it like I said something wrong.
I
But
said
anyway,
it's,
back to
it's
what
not,
I was saying.
It's not
as
about
far
right or
as-
wrong. It's my opinion is that is something haters do. Is like, nah, I don't listen to none of that.
No, I just didn't.
Damn.
It's still available for me. It's not like I closed the door on it.
Can you ever see yourself listening to his albums in full from front to back?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay,
I
so
never-
then I guess that's all I wanted to hear.
that's not what you
Because that whole like I don't, because that I don't is different than I haven't.
No, because look,
You know?
my reference
He
to
meant
me
to say
saying,
I haven't heard any of his work yet.
No,
All I
I
know-
haven't. No, I meant exactly what I said, and when I said that,
Then
it
that's
was
different.
because it's 3 people in here talking about songs that I haven't heard.
that
So
you
when
that you don't listen to
that
because
I
they
didn't.
Kendrick.
No, didn't.
I'm just going off what the energy from.
No, I
before.
said didn't, and you said don't. You're changing my verbiage. The words that I'm using have
Oh,
these.
we gotta
meaning-
run the tape back.
Yeah, we can run the tape back.
Did you listen to his new album?
I didn't listen. I don't listen to Kendrick.
Because I specifically heard this thing say, I don't listen to Kendrick. Is that
I
not
guess.
what he said?
I don't know.
No,
I could be
said-
wrong.
and
I
said,
don't
am
know.
I
What
the
did y'all
only-
hear?
I opened the conversation. No, I'm gonna tell you.
What did y'all hear?
I opened the
Like,
conversation
what?
up by
At the end
saying,
of the
"Am
day-
I the
I'm in a
only one at
trance.
this table that don't listen to Kendrick
end of the
Lamar?"
day-
And then you said you don't listen to him,
You
or
said
you didn't listen
what
to him.
you actually
and
said
then
was,
I
"Am I
said,
the only one at this table that hasn't heard those songs?" That's what you actually said. Please run the tape back.
All I know.
My memory is impeccable.
Is all I know.
You know,
is after
but
all
we
this,
gonna get
I
there,
feel
but-
like a hater for everything because I don't listen to nothing.
That's a problem too,
I
nigga.
literally be in a bubble.
"Well, it's not really
Giving your
a
opinion,
problem."
it's a problem for me.
This is a history lesson.
Exactly.
It's not. I'm not. There's nothing. If you ever actually did history, the things that make your answer to a question right or wrong is remembering facts. So I'm just telling you, this is what happened, and it keeps happening because you're gonna keep letting it happen. So this is not just for the white folk to catch. This is for us to catch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how powerful. Bro, like, I seen somebody online say that the whole thing was supposed to be pretty much there in, like, a jail courtyard.
It's a game.
Yeah, because
That's-
first it
that's what it
started
is.
out as a
It's-
tic-tac-toe.
It's a game. It's a game. Here's the reality of the big metaphor. As the old 44-year-old dude who's watching this as just a metaphor from it's a game. And forever, there's always teams in the game. This team has been winning.
Right.
If we want to win, we need to play as a team and remember that this is a game.
Yeah. But I heard a lot of people today, their argument was, I didn't want to have to think that much. I just wanted to be entertained. Like, what do you think of that?
You want, again, those people who, I understand that. Like I said, it's that same thing as an educator. And also coming up as a student, it's that day when the teacher goes, okay, today, kids, we're going to just bring the VCR in and you're going to watch TV.
and just watch
Y'all
Jurassic
happy.
Park.
I just
for
want to be
3
entertained.
classes.
You hoping that she puts on Jurassic Park or the poppin' show.
Right.
But what Kendrick did was like, oh, this is the book we reading. This is the movie that's about it.
All right, let's talk about how
You get what I'm saying?
Drake. Let's talk
No,
about how
I
Drake
don't.
feels.
You don't like,
Right? Like, that's what they want to hear.
How do you think Drake feels?
to be real.
How do you feel when you're looking up and it's dark? It's
be
a
honest.
spoil.
Nigga said
If you're
anybody who
honest,
watched that on his
dog.
team is fired.
If Drake
Right.
is a smart man
It's-
that I think he is, I don't think he feels any type of way.
Smart man.
Yeah, he's
You think Drake is a
I
smart
do.
man?
I do think. I think all of them have to be smart to make it this far, whether you like it or not.
You
You have
can
to be
lose.
far.
Either that or
you can-
teachable,
you
but-
can have been smart and lose that and no longer be smart.
I think he's
because he
fine.
hasn't been making smart decisions.
Okay.
What was
Yeah.
one smart decision he made since this thing began?
Responding and dissing. It's his hip hop culture.
No, if he would have
He
never
did.
responded to like that would have came and,
And
went,
went, yeah.
like
It
control.
It would.
Yeah.
Control didn't come and go.
It didn't, but it
That-
more
that
of that
tore
heat
hip-hop up.
more of that heat fell on Big Sean
mean,
because Big Sean. How could you
from
let
a-
a nigga
from a-
do that
from
on
a-
your record?
from a-
And then then it was niggas responding that he didn't mention. You know what I mean? The Joel Ortiz and the King
yeah.
Los was. You know what I mean? But
Fred the Godson. Rest in
but
peace.
as far as Drake was concerned, Drake was unscathed. You know, he
Absolutely.
was hurt emotionally, as we found out later. But Drake was unscathed as far as his career, and the same thing would have happened with Like That, but he had to go and start it up. So here we are now.
and not for nothing.
I mean, this is
The week after the Grammys.
to
by the
me.
way.
I think the biggest mistake. If I say Drake didn't, this was coming. You should have seen it coming.
Should have.
You didn't. You did throw the first blows. At some point in time, it's going to come down the pipeline. It's calm as a motherfucker.
And before J. Cole even did the apology, my nigga, getting next to this nigga Drake for that record, that was some suspect
this is
shit,
by far
bro.
the
I love that record,
classiest
though.
diss ever.
I mean, see, my thing about
classiest. What you mean classiest?
What was
Because
the
it's
classiest
just like
diss?
this whole beef situation in general.
None of this was classy.
I think it's
I would say
very
it's classy 'cause
classy.
it's tender. It ain't like a
I
real
think it's so
hip-hop beef
classy
from
of
out,
him
like-
to
It
be
is-
on
it is a
this
hip-hop
stage
beat.
to be
It's
able to
beautiful.
perform that.
This is going to stay to wax. That's
do I
what
need
like
to
about
remind
it.
Like,
y'all?
and what? Don't get me wrong. It was
Bro,
crazy.
I get that.
Y'all
I get that.
forgetting that this man wrote a record where he starts off talking to his son about how terrible his dad is.
Yes.
That was
But
dark.
I'm saying what is classy about it is this beautiful touch. Like,
It's all
how
music.
much has
These niggas is not
been
gonna
gained from this one thing. You know what I'm saying?
There's nobody that's gonna be-
perspectives or
the
eyes have
biggest
been
flex,
open.
like-
I
There's a
don't-
lot of poetic
I don't
elements
see
to
anybody
it.
being
Yeah.
shot from any of this.
That's why
And
we.
that's
That's
why
why
I
we
love
mad
it.
at J. Cole for saying
Exactly.
sorry.
Well, the people
That's
don't.
why we
I
mad
get
at J.
it.
Cole
I
for
get
saying
it.
sorry because
I get
nobody
it.
was gonna get
But
hurt.
I get it. But I also get why J. Cole said because he's in. First off, when have you seen a 3-man battle?
Every battle was a 3-man battle. It was a 3-man battle before J. Cole got in there. Rick Ross was in there. Future
the
was sprinkled in
Locks-
there.
I get it.
Chris
The
Brown was
Locks
sprinkled in
but
there.
you
Quavo
realize-
was sprinkled
but
The
in
you
there.
Locks versus Dipset.
True.
Migos versus
I'm talking about-
Joe
I get it.
Budden.
Again,
too.
that's
Chris Brown.
That's group what I'm saying. But what I'm talking about is like the beef is between people. Usually your entourage always jumps in, but a good beef always stays between the two people who it's between.
Bro,
That's a fact.
bro,
That's why Rick Ross got
bro.
punched.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to save you. There's nothing that can be said to save this nigga J. Cole because at the end of the day, all he had to do was shut the fuck up. I understand. Oh, I gotta respond to like that. You know what I mean? I'm the top nigga in the game. This nigga go. This has been brewing for 10 years. Cause push-ups wasn't that bad. You know what I'm saying? But once this
I like
nigga
all
dropped,
his songs.
Euphoria,
He started rapping. That's
And
when
rapping.
he started rapping. That's when he was like, "All right, we gonna
And
go
then
ball for ball now."
he was like, we could keep this cool. You want to take it further? That's something you don't want to do. I would have either kept it rap. I wouldn't have mentioned nothing about his family. I wouldn't have went the commercial gossipy route because that opened the door to now I'm a pedophile for the rest of my life.
Here's my-
Allegedly.
For the rest of my allegedly, but niggas is
he
gonna
did-
stop.
I know.
Niggas is gonna stop saying that allegedly.
Well, I just want to say it on the
see,
platform.
But absolutely, yes,
And I-
allegedly,
and I-
allegedly,
but-
allegedly,
but-
allegedly.
but I love-
Can't nobody stop nobody from outside of these walls for
I'm not even
putting
gonna
that
say-
on
I'm not
him
even
because
saying what I
of
love.
what's going on.
What gives me my mixed feelings because it's like again, I have a hard time when, as an educator viewing anything, it's when chess strategy and hip hop and real life start to mix. Because again, this is what happened. You came at somebody who was thinking from a very war strategy, and that's what Kendrick did. He's like, okay, if we're gonna go here, this is gonna go beyond because that's what happens. And then now, because we represent two different sides of the culture, this is gonna cause them to have a back and forth.
Right.
This is gonna put me now. If this puts me on the largest advertising stage here, I gotta rethink. I gotta think about how I approach this because yes, we need to make sure that you're done, that you're in the coffin. But I also need to let people know that if we plan on really taking this beyond rap, war strategy needs to come into play.
Yeah, that's why I liked when he kept hinting to it, but then doing different songs in between to kind
Like,
of take
that
us
was-
like
take us
even-
on
even-
that journey.
Even
you
that,
know what I mean?
Even that build up of just saying the war is being televised, right? Like the revolution is being televised, right? If you understand, you go back and you know history. The Minutemen, they didn't say nothing when they decided to take things from in the Revolutionary War. You got quiet. You built it up slowly. If it's getting that drastic, see, this is my thoughts as an older black man who's like, we were training men to figure this out for our people. Are we really ready for that? Because this is how a strategist prepares to get ready for that.
So what do y'all think Drake's next move is?
Well, somebody got to get a Ouija board. Bring it from around the people.
Wait, nobody's
Who
dead.
you gonna call?
I mean, I
Nobody's
guess
dead.
Ghostbusters.
Wait, Ouija boards is
The best way to answer that would be
nobody
after
dead.
this
I don't,
weekend.
nobody's dead.
Drake is done.
Ah, you right. You
Bro,
You
right.
have
Drake
to
is
figure out what
done.
happens after this weekend with this drop.
Oh yeah, right.
It's
You
gonna
know?
go crazy. It's gonna.
Oh, what y'all think about that Khaled shit? Y'all heard
Okay.
about the Khaled shit? So Khaled dropped a commercial, and Khaled been promoting his next album for a while, saying like, I got 2 Drake songs, which is a crazy way to promote your album. Like he really Drake glazing like a motherfucker.
I mean, that's DJ Khaled.
So-
you know, he universal glazer.
That part.
Like,
He posted the video, right? And he's like, yo, I got 2 Drake songs. I ain't even get a chance to see the commercial because when I went to see it, it was taken down. So then I see videos of motherfuckers talking about why he took it down because Drake commented on the post saying, must be Drake Bell. Right?
See, because you can't have Drake on your album if he's already dead.
That part. Ghost can't clear the record.
Ghost can't clear the record.
So,
Must be Drake Bell is crazy.
yeah, it must be Drake Bell is crazy.
Must be
bro.
Drake Bell is.
So then I think Drake Bell posted something on his page like, yeah, I'm on Khaled's new album and some shit like that, bro. Yeah, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
That's wild.
I
It's
love that
crazy,
shit,
bro.
yo.
Khaled is one of the kings of not being able to read the room, man. His timing is terrible. He's like, yeah, okay, all that beef nonsense has died down. I can drop my album. I can come. No, nigga.
No,
Like-
yeah, you gotta wait.
You gotta wait till
DJ Khaled, you got the Ouija board?
I mean,
bro. And you got everybody that's the bad, all the bad people was locked up, right? And with the there's been a big shift, you know what I'm saying? So now people are hungry for something different. It's almost like everybody was force-fed vegetables, and now they realize how fucking good and delicious vegetables are. So now you try to give niggas a lollipop, and they like, I don't want
I don't
this
want this shit.
bullshit.
I want this
You know what I'm
sucker.
saying?
The
Because a lot
metaphors
of
in this
people
episode.
that was candy is fucking cooling off, and y'all know who y'all are, and it's about to be some real strong vegetable motherfuckers. This is time for
Yeah.
real rap, because
Yeah.
everything is cyclical
Yeah.
and cyclical
Yeah.
anyway, all right? And thank God I'm young enough to see this cycle where real rap is about to come back, because I've been a real rapper since real rap been real rap,
Facts.
right? And if this is the year that, you know, the lyricists get they shine, then let's fucking do it, bro. You got one of the illest female lyricists to win Best Rap Grammy.
Yes,
You know what I'm
She
saying?
really deserved that
Doechii
shit.
deserves all that love, man.
Like,
Salute word.
real rap is back,
She
man.
been going in. I've been waiting for that too, for like a really dope like female. Don't get me twisted. I actually think Doja Cat is pretty dope.
Oh, I love me
as a
some Doja
lyricist.
Cat, but
Love
she's
Doja
no
too.
Doechii.
As a lyricist,
Yeah.
She's no Doechii.
But this
I fucks with
beautiful
Doja Cat
dark,
heavy.
But I would really like a
Beautiful.
versus. I would like a versus
dark,
between them two.
chocolatey
A
woman
versus like a
with
like
a very dope
battle
ass
or a
understanding
versus like
that's
a
beautiful.
versus.
Like a
Thing.
versus.
It's one at this space right now where we are in time. It's almost like people they automatically get mad. Like when I was reading, maybe it's just me, my timeline, but my entire Facebook timeline or people just mad. It wasn't entertaining, and I'm like, this was one of the most entertaining things
Right?
I've watched in
Like,
a long
I'm-
fucking time.
You
Yeah, but you
probably
know when
follow
people-
people that enjoy Sexy Red.
No, but not even that. Like that too. But you know, like when people watch something, they need immediate gratification.
Like they're looking for that vibe.
They want to be.
Like,
If he would
They
have
wanted
failed,
this
then they
nigga
would
to
have been
start
entertained.
the show with Not Like Us. Like that's
Yes. No,
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
That's what
They
they
did.
were
Oh, so
saying.
niggas want a
Yeah,
nut
yeah.
in 2 minutes. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Right.
Yeah, no,
I like
yeah,
I like a
instant
nice
gratification.
slow. I like the slow stroke a
No,
bitch
but that's-
for a couple hours.
And that's the
Right?
thing, like you
Like
can
a
expect
nice
that if
stew.
you're a fan of him or if you've heard his music before, like and
Yeah.
seen his creativity, you should have known going into this, like, oh, he's about to go crazy.
Remember,
So
he
is
gained
it-
a lot of new fans with this beef. A lot of people
Yeah, that's
wasn't
true.
listening to
That's
Kendrick,
true.
and now they either forced to by proxy or they tuned
Right.
in because of this now. So it's creating all that, you know, that
But
dichotomy.
the streets was forced to pick a side with this shit for real because like Kendrick is a ball for ball rapper. He's from the essence of hip hop. He's from our culture. He's a lyricist. He's from
Right.
But there's
that.
also like a
Drake-
real. There's also a real thing of connection, and this is why again I keep coming back. Like, all right, I represent this hip hop culture, but if we're gonna talk about it as a culture, we're beyond just numbers now.
Yeah.
There's a certain thing that you're looking for as a culture, and if we're so divided on what that looks like, here we go. Here's where we're at. Are you about saying that we're gonna talk about selling drugs and doing what we do all day here? That's what we gonna represent. That's what rap represents. Or are we about what we said before. It's lyrics, metaphors,
Take us
actually
there,
having something
Blur.
to say.
Facts.
This is the divide. It's
That's
there.
why I
Whether
said
you
this,
want to
and
admit it or
That's why I
not.
said the streets was. That's why I said the streets had to pick a side.
Whether you want to admit
There was
the
no
shit
way they was
or
gonna
not.
pick Drake's side though. You know what I mean?
No,
'Cause the
a lot
streets
of people cause remember me and you was talking, and remember I had Drake going into it as they was coming. You feel me? I had Drake going into it. And I know a lot of niggas from the streets like that had Drake going into
But
it,
here's
and it's
why.
a lot of and it's a lot of intangibles that maybe people who rock with Kendrick more than Drake don't know about Drake is that he's seasoned in a lot of this, like just like Kendrick seasoned in this hip hop culture and shit. But Drake spent a lot of his time in like the battle rap culture, specifically with them members. So we thought he had a different approach to it.
And that's
So-
because y'all like him. Y'all forgot that he don't write his own shit.
No, don't say y'all, but I'm not it's the same way I feel about
When I
Kendrick.
say
Same
y'all,
way
I
I
mean
feel
the
about
streets.
Oh, the streets. But that's why I say it was a divide because the streets like both of them. But you have to pick a side.
But I don't think the streets would have ever picked Drake's side, even if they don't listen to Kendrick, even if they don't like Kendrick. Because and correct me if I'm wrong, was there ever a point where the streets felt like Drake was real, a real ass nigga?
No, not at all. But
So I rest my case, because when it comes down to it, that's what the streets will always choose in a situation of if they have to choose.
streets
We
is-
gonna choose the real ass nigga, even if I don't listen to that nigga music. Drake is a fake ass fraud ass nigga. I'm not riding with that nigga.
no, but that's the essence, and I stand on that. However, the streets is also subjective and it changed. So the pill pop and lean era of the streets, the niggas
Right.
they're gonna go with
Right.
Drake, and that's
They-
a big
they
demographic
like
of who the streets are today.
they like
the streets
them-
the streets ain't our '90s OGs who's not gonna
I
let
know.
somebody be fake. You can be fake and get through customs. The streets was with 6ix9ine. Why wouldn't they be with Drake?
They was
The
with,
streets
they,
was with
they'll
6ix9ine.
be with you up until the point where they have to choose.
That's what I said. That's why I
Right?
said the streets
'Cause
had
he,
to pick a side.
but the streets have always known Drake, that they like him because he gets the party started.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
He's never been a real nigga. He never will be a real nigga. So when it gets up until that point when the streets have to choose between real and fake, they gonna ride with the
real-
nigga that get the party started. They ain't gonna ride with the nerd nigga at the library.
I know, and
But when
that's-
it comes to the point, that pivotal fucking singularity of either you with fake or you with real, the streets is gonna do what the streets always do, and they gonna choose the real.
That's a fact, but it shouldn't have been the divide when it should have been with the real to begin
Well,
with.
no, because it started off in the party. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
It
yeah,
started
yeah,
off in the
yeah,
party.
yeah,
So
yeah,
if they
yeah.
had started off out the gate like, you a pussy ass, bitch ass nigga, I'll fuck your mother, like the streets would have been like, oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, Drake, go get him, Drake.
Yeah,
Right, go get him, Drake.
yeah. But it started off with some, I ain't like that.
Because Drake set the bar
Like
for that
that,
with
like-
back to back. Now everybody want to do that, and that
Yeah.
changed the streets
See,
too.
and that's
The
the
streets
power of-
chose Drake over Meek Mill. And
Which
they
was
chose the fake over the
crazy
real.
to me.
So now that the pendulum swing back the other way, we act like the streets
Here's
ain't
the
known
issue with
for being
that.
faulty.
Nah, bro.
They chose Drake over Meek Mill.
Meek Mill was never real, bro. He got close
That's a
to
different
it.
conversation. We might have to come back.
Exactly.
We might have to come back.
I rest my
No.
case
Let
again.
me tap it up for that. We might have to come back for a different episode for that because we're gonna be here.
It was fake
But-
versus faker,
Round
and the
two.
streets just chose the faker nigga, but he made litter music. Cause both of them niggas is fake. If we talking like as far as the streets is concerned, both of them niggas like, come on, bro.
We're really gonna have to
Meek
come
was
back
at the
for a
freak
different
offs, bro.
episode for this.
Meek,
Oh my
Meek
God.
let Diddy spill fries on his lap.
Okay.
We got.
All right.
I
In
used
closing.
to rhyme like this and times like this. I got the.
Don't do
Oh
that.
my God.
Girl on the Rocks perform that song. Don't do that.
I do love that song.
Hold up, wait a minute.
if he-
Diddy gotta finish.
Nah. All right. Come on.
All right.
Like, and,
Nah, shout out
Shout
to
out to
Philly,
the
Super
Eagles,
Bowl
right,
champion.
right.
exactly.
They was playing that shit
If I
everywhere
have to-
last
if
year.
I-
we
if-
East Side,
if
North Side
if I
niggas for
have-
real.
If I have a closing understanding of my breakdown of the whole Super Bowl, thank you, Eagles, for winning. East Coast every day, all day.
Facts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all that matters to me.
I just
don't
told
even
niggas
care.
that I
East
sided
Coast.
with the geography. just
I
told
wonder
niggas
if the Eagles would show that
y'all-
reciprocal
if
love
y'all-
if the Giants won.
Right.
No.
You know what?
Never.
That's
Never.
why
Probably
fuck
not.
that.
Probably not. Probably
East
not.
Coast
Probably not.
loyalty
Like I
bullshit,
said,
nigga.
like I said, I'm just.
New York is one of the
I'm
biggest
telling
schools
y'all.
in the
Look
East Coast, so
again.
we gotta-
All of this that
gotta
I'm
work.
saying right now, strategic. Just follow me. Thank you, East Coast Eagles. Hold it down. We stick together. Right. Again, if y'all gonna be paying millions of dollars for these ads at the Super Bowl,
Do
be
better.
creative, motherfuckers.
Look at the
better.
camera and tell them that.
Do
Be
better.
creative. Do better. There's millions of dollars for these ads, bro. I should have laughed at a lot of that. Okay?
I ain't buying
He
none of
was-
that
he's
shit.
really
I ain't
upset
buying
about this.
none of
Yeah,
that shit.
and I really don't want to
You
tell
know-
y'all the one commercial that my cousin laughed at neither. I don't want to tell y'all what commercial that was.
It was the cancer commercial.
Yes, it was.
wasn't
Word to my
Oh my
mother.
goodness.
sad.
Yo,
So
I
sad.
swear, I
That was
swear
the best
to God-
commercial.
To fully pull this into
That's
culmination,
crazy. Yeah.
Drake gave a performance.
Drake.
I'm sorry, he wasn't there.
And
He was not
And he
there.
never. And he never will be.
He was
And he never will be.
Look
Never
up,
will be.
y'all.
Yo.
That nigga said he was not there.
But Kendrick gave a performance to me that cost as much as going to college, and you should have learned something.
That's good. That's a major takeaway.
Think about
for
that.
real. For real.
He literally gave you a quick, college level history lesson
We need that in hip hop.
that you were supposed to take away from that
We
moment
need that in the world.
because of what's.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Just remember, time keeps going. There's more about to happen. The year just started.
Right.
2025, man.
To land the plane, great performance. I liked the Super Bowl performance. Kendrick, he taught everybody. And based on what me and Intel debated about, I'm gonna listen to his last album front and back tonight.
I was just about to ask you. So after having this conversation, you're going to now actively.
And Pimp a Butterfly too. You should listen.
So I'm gonna,
Hey,
I'm
take
gonna.
what you can get. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
I'm gonna
happy
see-
enough.
yeah.
He gonna give G and X a try. That's a good first splash for
Yeah.
Kendrick. And then on that regard, send me an album that I haven't heard so I can check it out.
We
That
should
you
all
think I
have
might-
fans like
See?
Intel.
that you think I should have.
This
heard.
is why I debate.
We
is
should
good.
all-
You listen to Fred the Godson.
I do, but I haven't
I
listened to everything.
We
he
should all
put out,
have
so,
friends.
I got something for you.
We
I
should
ain't
all
gonna
have
say that.
fans like
You know,
Intel. I need
like
y'all to
I got,
understand
and that happens sometimes. You just got to vibe with a dude, and he'll put you on to some great shit. Like shout out to Sif for putting me on the Rock Marciano. You know, I ain't
Oh, my
listened to
dad
Rock
loves Rock
Marciano before
Marciano.
Sif.
Rock Marciano's my shit.
Hey, that's dope.
If you listen to Griselda, you listen to Rock Marciano. Everybody's got a predecessor.
Well, I would definitely agree that I love the halftime show. Just from the imagery, the different things you could take away from it, every single minute of that performance can be interpreted in so many different ways. And we were speaking about that earlier. Like, that's what art is, right? If you go to a museum and you're going to see all of these different things on the walls, 20, 30, 50 people can all be looking at the same thing and take so many different things away from it. And that was only the first time they looked at it. If we all watch this shit again right now, we'll have even more things to bring up about it. So that's something that I really liked. And it was in your face, but it was subtle. Like, and I feel like today I really had to go back and forth with a lot of people who really did not know that about Kendrick. They weren't real big Kendrick fans, but it's like, after that, you're gonna want to see more.
No, it's crazy.
You know what I
though,
mean?
Even that you said that, everything that Samuel L. Jackson was saying during the performance is literally the echoing of most of these comments.
Exactly, because, and that's what I was trying to explain to someone earlier. Like, someone was saying, oh, well, why was he here? And I don't get it. What he was saying didn't make any sense, and I don't get it, the whole thing, and I just want to be entertained. And it's like, he was saying what the media is always telling us to do with our creativity, to limit ourselves. Don't be too loud. Don't be too ratchet. Oh, you got your homeboys with you, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it was a perfect way to, like, tie everything back in. And then also I like that he came in at multiple different points, because it's like, okay, I did a couple songs, let me remind you again of what we're here for with Samuel L. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that was like beautiful. The chain, lowercase a, like it, the flags, the dancing, they were in jail jumpsuits.
Look at the camera. Say Drake.
Yeah, like,
That-
come on, bro.
And that's for the people. That's for, like, that's not even nothing too layered. But when you look at the camera and you smile, say Drake. You
Bro.
go, say Drake.
Meme-
Like, and they
meme
knew
golds.
meme of the century as of
Yeah.
right now. Like, they said, when I send you this, just know I'm going to do something and don't care about the repercussions.
Yeah,
It's just
Like,
a-
I
instant.
think
You just look at the camera, say
generally,
Drake.
it
Like-
was so much more than just about the beef. You know what I'm saying? As to be expected. It was so much more than that. And that's why I feel like I really resonated with it as a person of color, as a creative, as of somebody who really is yearning and chasing for that artistry in music and hip hop in general. Like, I just feel like,
Great, man.
love Drake, but he's a novelty artist. Like, he is for right now, gimme, 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 just like we were talking about before.
Word.
Like, if I'm looking to have something provoke my mindset, or if I'm really trying to learn something or hear something that I know I'm going to take away from, I'm going to listen to Kendrick, and that's why I went into it with, like,
And-
really high expectations.
Everybody that, if you're interested, really should go and watch it again
Yeah.
by themselves, because I seriously doubt that when it was on, people were able to watch it in silence.
Yeah, I watched it this
You
morning
know?
in the car.
But the first time you watched it, you was by yourself or you was with a group of
I
people?
was by myself. I was
You
by myself.
Oh,
at home.
okay. Well, you
Yeah,
had that
so-
luxury. Some people were with groups of people, and very rarely do people just be quiet and watch something and absorb it. So everyone should watch it again if you care to, and in silence. That way you can really absorb all the little nuggets.
I definitely watched it in the projects with about 25 niggas.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
but it makes it way.
Yeah, it's
It's
exciting.
that nigga Kendrick. Like, it was the
yeah.
closer,
It's like
bro.
being in
It
the
was
movies.
It's like
with
being,
your homies.
it's like being there
See,
watching somebody deliver the final blow,
Like a boxing match type
Yes.
shit, yeah.
Hit, he's woozy, knock him out, and he just.
I'm a good
boom,
host.
it's
so,
over.
You know, we turned the lights down.
Yeah, it
we
was
set some
nice.
candles.
Yeah,
It got real
we had a whole
intimate.
we had a whole seance for this nigga Drake because we was trying to fucking resurrect him from the fucking nether realm. Like, damn, homie.
I ain't gonna lie.
We're sorry.
Yeah,
No,
sorry,
Nah,
sorry,
but
sorry, Drizzy. You
I
got
was,
sent
and
up.
then I was just watching the strategic spanking that again, to me, I think that
Wow.
was even part of the metaphors. I believe, I'm keeping it so real. I think the entire Super Bowl is performance art. The entire thing.
Yeah.
So even that whole having the Eagles winning that like 3/4 of just spanking you,
That happens though. Things happens in sports.
3.5.
like
Happens
it's like
sports.
this is
I mean, the game could have been rigged, but that's a whole nother topic
Hey,
for another
if-
show.
We
It-
also had our first black woman coach to win a Super Bowl. She's like
What?
assistant performance coach
Oh.
of the Eagles.
oh,
I'm not
fire.
clapping for that.
I mean they didn't put it on camera,
Why
nothing
not?
like that. And let's not forget.
Because she's not a
Let's
coach.
not forget the beautiful.
Kinda is.
Hold on,
She's
hold on.
performance
Let's not
coach or something.
forget
And there's plenty
the
of black women in
beautiful
NFL positions.
performance and
But she's-
rendition.
she's
Y'all
a
just going.
coach.
She's the only black woman assistant coach in all of NFL
No,
history.
that won a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I guess.
That's the article.
She
Let
didn't
it-
really
let us-
win, my nigga. She wasn't on the field.
Let
bro.
us
I'm
not
clapping
forget.
for
I'm not
that. Not
fair.
clapping
we-
for that.
can we-
Nah, you
Not clapping for that.
Can
She
we-
wasn't on the field.
The nigga that filled the Gatorade up get a ring. Everybody
we-
that's a part of that organization gets a
the
ring.
refs get a ring.
The
Do the
nigga-
referees
the
get the
ushers
ring?
for the arenas get the ring.
The
The
towel boy
ushers get a ring?
I
The
can show you
towel
right
boy
now.
gets a ring.
I'm gonna be
I'll
an
show you
usher
I'll show you
next
what
That's
I'll
too
show you
many
what
Wait,
rings.
does the
That's
towel
too
boy
many
get-
rings?
is-
Panda
and
Minga.
make it insignificant.
Too
Do
many
they,
rings, Panda
do
Finger.
they got diamonds in those rings though? I don't think the towel boy gets a ring with diamonds. He just
That's
gets
what I'm
one that
saying,
looks
the
right.
towel
Oh no,
boy
don't
get
get
a
a ring.
ring?
I'll show you off camera because I know we got to cut this soon.
What
But
Alright,
about
but-
the security
But
guys?
let's not
That's
forget.
important.
Let's
them
just.
too. Yeah,
That's
the
fine.
whole
Can we just take a
organization.
second to give love to the beautiful rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by John Batiste? Okay, because that was a beautiful thing, with the extra
Yeah.
New
Yeah,
Orleans
that was
swing
it.
piano
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, I did like
And
that.
it's like you decided to say fuck how y'all feel about this. So I'm just gonna have fun with this goddamn thing, and I appreciate him for that.
That's fire.
I liked the entertainment.
And then they open with the Black National Anthem.
general.
You can't forget that.
Yeah,
was just about to
like
say that,
this. This was a very
Yeah.
black Super Bowl.
I think, but again,
Yeah.
I believe all that's strategic. At the end of the day, it's like
Yeah.
we're gonna try to appease as much because we do not want craziness to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
this was our discussion of what we thought of the Super Bowl halftime performance of 2025 with Kendrick Lamar, amongst other things, obviously.
Yeah, you know,
in
we get
this
segued into shit.
But yes, this is a bonus episode of Feed the DJ podcast. The next episode is actually featuring BMC Smooth. So that is episode 3 of
This
season
nigga's
3,
just being mad.
coming right up. Thanks for joining me, you guys.
Thanks for having us. I
Thank you.
appreciate the platform.
Appreciate it
As
very
always.
much.
It was a great debate.
Girl on the rock.
Lock
y'all.
your doors.
Lock your
Lock your
doors.
doors.